Okay then guys, we're back inside of Helldivers 2 and we've got loads to go over today as we're trying to play catch up. Essentially we're changing up the timetables on these videos, so the evenings are now going to be the primary usage for Helldivers as the MOs seem to update later in the day. Therefore it makes it a little bit more of a viable option bringing it to your faces when the MOs genuinely do launch. So obviously we're a little behind today, but we've got loads to bring you nonetheless. A new major order updates has come through the wags. Twinbeard has a specific message that he DM'd me to send over to you guys, and we also have caves inside of planets now. Apparently this has blown my mind, but apparently they've been there the entire time. And finalizing with a leak from Ironsight. So we're going to dive into everything we have got going on today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up, subscribe, post notifications turned on, it'd be greatly appreciated, and check out our sponsor GamerSupps, the company that offer esports athletes and gamers with the most effective and healthy energy drink choice rather than those tinned alternatives that we're used to help you perform to your highest potential, especially during the most crucial moments. And not only that, but it is completely keto friendly with loads of snacks and accessories to boot. Click the link in the description, use code CloudPlays at checkout for a cheeky discount. And with that being said, let's dive on into the bloody game, shall we? Well, starting off, the major order, we now have had an update, and obviously it's been up for a little bit now, so I'm not going to run over all of this stuff, but the overall of it, as you can see right here via the galactic briefing, is that we have to gather intel on the factories that produced the Jet Brigade by liberating the Jet Brigade staging ground and dismantling enough bots to find those whose valuable information. So far we've managed to take out the 150 million automatons, which I think the calculations on that one may be a bit wrong based on how long it's actually been there. I don't know how we've managed to take out that many. Nonetheless, apparently that's now been done, as well as liberating Chewie. Now Chewie is a planet that is currently wedged between two planets. We have got Short Bay and we have got Marta Bay, and we've got characters split off across two planets. I don't know why, but we've got around 5,000-6,000 on one and around 6,500 on the other. Not too sure why we're trying to go in from both sides, whereas realistically we could actually just go into one and just go and take that one down. So we'll see how that one happens to pan out. But naturally we have a really weird schedule as Helldivers, and we like to just jump on numerous planets to try and achieve the same bloody thing. Anywho, the idea is to get rid of Chewie. We've got around 3 days to get that one done, so make sure you get and dive in, and let's go and celebrate in success. Next up though, we have got some interesting stuff as we have managed to actually send over the main DSS during this one over to Chewie itself, of which we can't actually access. Now I do think, and this post actually says it quite well, so I'm going to let them do the talking, but I do think that this could well be something that needs to be done really. It states, so I can fly to Chewie, but I can't attack it. I feel this new toy we got has made the game seem way less polished and scattered brains. Why let me fly to a planet I can't attack, and if I can only fly there because of the DSS, then make that a feature of it, meaning that we can deep strike key planets with the risk of the DSS itself, and of course a uphill battle. This is one thing that I don't really understand. If the DSS can then hover over it, why we can't actually land on it and start fighting there? I have no idea. I'd like to think that if we control the airspace with the DSS, then realistically we can attack the ground space while holding above it. Make it make some sense to me, because I don't really understand why that's actually working out the way that it is. I think they kind of push out a very solid point here, and especially when we have statements from Peter Stead in the past stating that he wants the realism to be, well, realistic. If we've got the airspace, the likelihood is we can just jump down. That's the truth of the matter. So I don't know why we can't do that. But let me know your comments in the comment section below, and let me know what you guys are thinking of that one. And now before we get into the whole caves thing, because I didn't know that was a thing whatsoever, and apparently there was over 8,000 of you guys that didn't as well. Who knew? Who knew? But Twinbeard sent me a message yesterday as I did DM him privately just to say thank you for everything he's done and for helping along my career, because obviously without him there was no me. So realistically that's the damn truth. And he stated back the following: hey man, did see this DM alongside others, 276 DMs, and I bet there'll be a couple of hundred more later on when the US wakes up. Thank you for your diligent, overall fair and honest reporting, dedication, and for always being nice to me. I had a good run, and it's crazy to see the reactions on the Discord today. I even recorded part of it for keeping. Very humbling, very heartfelt, and something I will carry with me forever, and you can quote me on that. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. It's been amazing having him on board, and unfortunately he's now having to part ways with the company as to reasons completely unknown, as I don't know contractual law in Sweden. Nonetheless, we're going to get straight into the next topic, as this one confused the hell out of me. But this one states, I never knew this game had cave systems. And this one piqued my interest quite greatly, because I had no idea there was any level of a cave system in there. But you can see that he's quite clearly in a coverall or a cave or whatever you want to call it. There is an obstruction above his head. Now, how it would actually work to throw down a stratagem in here, I think that would be quite intriguing. I don't actually know because, well, there's no footage on the Reddit post itself, and all I can do is go ahead and try and find it so that we can actually go and test that one out for its own. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It's currently on short base, so if you guys want to go and check that out, it's in turn with the major order anyway, so you may as well go ahead and give it a track. See if you can find it. Apparently it's extremely rare, but it does look very, very cool. And when we move into the next part, we are going to be going into leak territory. So my apologies for those of you guys who don't want to see this, but if you don't want to, this is the time of the video where you will probably leave. So yeah. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. And for those of you guys who stay in, let's dive on into what Ironsights has got to say, because we're going to be talking something more democratic than Helldiving itself. Yes. Super Earth. This right here states all current Super Earth regions: oats, orchard, wheat, and corn. And this is insane, because as we start looking into this, this is like an actual like built up area. Like, it looks so damn cool. It looks really, really nice. I do reckon we should probably have some more urban styled place, but this does look a little bit more wildlifey, a little bit more alive. I reckon if we saw like animals and stuff flying around it, then it would look really, really alive, because I think that that should be a thing, man. Think it should be a thing. We've held hold of Super Earth for such a long time. There should be wildlife. There should be some life inside of it. And when we do eventually are able to dive there, hopefully, to go and save Super Earth, then there should be those sorts of things in an urban dynamic. That's just my personal opinion, but this is apparently what Ironsights has found so far. So it's crazy. There's no urban environment as of right now, but if it's going to be there, then it's likely to still be in development. So let me know your opinions on that one. I was a little bit underwhelmed by it, mainly because I want to see that urban environment and really push into that narrative a little bit more. But yeah, if we're not going to do that, then I at least want to see wildlife or something. We've had control of it the entire time. Something should be alive over there. And then we're going to move into your top comments, because these ones are very, very interesting. And one of them, actually, I didn't even realize it was him, but he has made a comment himself. So we'll get into that in a second. But Moody Man right here states, remember that period of time where Twinbeard was the best community manager who actually did his best to de-escalate the unrest in the community when the other community managers seemed hell-bent on making the situation worse, to the point that the Sin CEO had to step in and be a community manager himself, because only Twinbeard was actually doing a more than decent job. I remember, and he'll be missed. Yeah, we're not going to get into that one too much, because there's not much we can do about that. I have reached out to Cyber and to Baskinator to see if they are going to be ramping up the communications between the company and the community and being that bridge that a community manager should be, and I'm yet to have any sort of response, so we'll make sure we keep you tuned on in that one. This next one right here states, Twinbeard has returned to civilian life. Very much unfortunately, but he's still going to be playing Helldivers, so make sure you keep an eye out in your game. You never know, you may just bump into him. And this third one right here is actually from Twinbeard, so this was great. Although he's not got a YouTube account called Twinbeard, it really confused me, but he states right here, thanks for all of the love, Cloud, here and all throughout my tenure here. I smiled wholeheartedly the other day when you even called out your disappointment with my first name for not knowing the details regarding whether Super Earth celebrating Christmas. Yeah, I definitely did that. Sorry, Thomas. I live for this S, the interaction, the communicating, sharing something between a company, dev, media, whatever, and its fan base, especially when it's this dedicated. A big thank you to all of you out there who made my tenure at Arrowhead a blast, or rather a great deal of blast if you want to do the action game pun, and you always want to do the bad pun. Twinbeard/Thomas. I absolutely love that, and I will pin that one to the video, which will sit there forever, because I genuinely do appreciate the amount of support that he's given to this channel, and not only our channel but other YouTubers on the platform as well. He really understood the content platforms, so yeah, Appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. Now, unfortunately, that's all we got time for today, but it's been an absolute pleasure to get back on, and we have obviously now switched up our time schedules, so you'll start to see these a little bit more regular on the evening time, especially in the UK. So we'll see you guys then. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.